mental math equation, nope, you're not writing it down, close your notebook, you're solving this one in your head, is something is equal to 10 times 10. We're trying to figure out that something. Think about what you could do. When you figure it out, raise your hand. Alright, what did we come up with? Lucy, what did you come up with? 100. Any Mises for 100? Couple of you? Any other answers? No. Lucy, how did you do it? What do we do? How did you solve that? Something is equal to 10 times 10. What did you do? Ethan, what did you do?
I went back into my brain when I saw 10 times 10 a long time ago.
Okay.
Then when I remembered and I just went back and one of my slides was about it.
Okay, put your mask on, please. Grace, what did you do?
10 or 100 equals 100.
Okay.
It's the same thing as 10 times 10.
So we know that this really means 10 groups of 10, right? And Grace, you're telling me that we had 10 tens. So that probably tells me that you skip counted by tens. Did anyone skip count by tens? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Go through. Yeah, a lot of you did that. Did anyone break it apart? I know this was the lesson that you would have watched without me. You watched me, but you weren't sitting here looking at me. So let's look at 10 times 10. Maybe I don't know my 10. Maybe. But I'm going to break apart my 10 into 5 and 5. Can I do that? Can I break a 10 into 5 and 5, Miranda? Yeah. What is 5 times 10? Not a trick question. What is 5 times 10? Eliana? 50. Here's one part. My other part is my other 5. What is 5 times 10? Brinley? 50. If I add my two parts together, I get neat. Neat how that works. Let's do another mental math problem. 4 times 8. Ooh, 4 times 8. When you figure it out, raise your hand. Alright, Liam, what'd you get?
28.
Not 28. Very close, but it is not 28. Scarlett, what'd you get?
32.
Any other 32s? It is 3. How'd you do it, Scarlett?
I think it was 4 groups of 8.
Love.
I made it and then I put it to 16 and then I counted on.
Ooh, I love that. Scarlett said, I'm not super good at skip counting by 8s. Me neither. I'm not super great at skip counting by 4s. Me either. But I know that I can break apart that 4 into a 2 and a 2. So instead of 4 groups of 8, I have 2 groups of 8 on this side and another 2 groups of 8 on another side. Well, I can do 2 times 8. What's 2 times 8? That's an easy one. I know my 2's. Double it. 8 doubled is what, right? 16. So now I have 16 plus another 16. I can do that in my head. 1 10 plus another 10 is 2 10s. 6 plus 6 is 12. 2 10s plus 12 gives me 32. Love that, Scarlett. Shortcuts. Could you have skip counted by 8s? Yes. Could you have skip counted by 4s? Yes. Could you just memorize it? Yes. But if you aren't good at those strategies, start breaking it apart. Love that. Let's do one more. 10 times 11. 10 times 11. Greg, what'd you get? 101. Any other 101? Easton, what'd you get?
40.
40? It's not going to be 40.
That's what I meant.
You know how I know it's not going to be 40? Because 10 times 10 is 100. So is 10 times 11 going to be 40? No. Brinley, what'd you get?
110.
Anyone else get 110? Couple of you? Eliana, what'd you get?
I got 120.
120? Anyone else get 120? How many of you skip counted by tens? Interesting. You did 5. Did you double it?
I forgot. Oh, I remember it. I skipped counted by 5.
Interesting. You skip counted by 11. That's probably part of your problem. Brinley, what'd you do?
I knew that 10 times 10 was 100, so, and I knew that 10 ones was 10.
Love.
So I just put it together.
Yes! Awesome! Love that, Brinley. She's making it so much easier for herself. 10 times 11. Well, I know that 10 times 10 is just one more group of 10, or one group less of 10 than 10 times 11. Really what you did, Brinley, you said 11 can be broken into 10 and 1. And then I already know 10 times 10 is 100. So then all I have to do is one group of 10. That's like the easiest math ever. What is one group of 10? 1 times 10. I should see everybody's hand on that one. 1 times 10. That's what I thought. Liam, what is 1 times 10?
1 times 10. 10.
10. Now I have the easiest addition problem ever. 100 plus 10. So what is my sum? What is my answer, Scarlett? 110.
110.
Very good. Which means 10 times 11 is 110. We are going to practice this idea of breaking apart multiplication equations to make them easier. Because I like easy math. Raise your hand if you like easy math. Me too. And I will tell you, I will never, ever, ever learn how to skip count by 8. Just doesn't work in my brain. But I can break apart and solve for the answer. Alright, so we're going to continue on. You're going to go ahead and get out your notebook. Your title of the notebook, no, not the right words. Your title of the next blank page is going to be multiplying by 9s. We're going to talk about 9s today. Just this will be your title. And then I want you to start thinking in your brain. You don't have to write down anything. How do we think 10s and 9s might be related? And I'm talking about my 10s multiplication facts versus my 9s multiplication facts. Aiden. My 10s multiplication facts and then my 9s multiplication facts. How are those related? How are they similar? Such a good strategy. Such a good strategy. Scarlett, what do you think? Ooh, I love that. Yeah. 9 is just 1 less than 10. So they're going to be kind of close, right? Think back to when we just did mental math. 11 was just 1 more than 10. So our 9 is just going to be 1 group less than 10. Let's write that down. Not an O, that's not what I want. The 9s. Now it's not just one number less. Remember when with multiplication we're in groups. So it's going to be 1 group less. So 9s are 1 group than the 10s. Yeah, love that. Eliana, what were you thinking?
10 will be 1 more than 9.
Yeah, so kind of the other way, our 10s are just 1 more than our 9s. So if we know our 9s, and we're trying to figure out our 10s, we can just add 1 group more. which is probably easier to do? Do you think your 9s are easier or your 10s are easier? I bet you have an easy one. What do you think, Grace? Which one's easier? The 10s are probably easier. The 10s are easier for me. Wait. So for me, I'm probably going to do my 10s and then take away a group to get to 9s instead of the way that you said, Eliana, just because my 10s are easier for my brain. And I'm all about easy. Love me some easy math. We got that written down? Ready to go?
We got 10
Love it. All right. So we're going to get out our... Actually, why don't we do this in our notebook? We'll do this one in our notebook. I want you to create a 10 groups of 3 array in your notebook. Right? Yep, right underneath. So I said with yellow counters, we'll just do it with dots. A 10 by 3.
Okay.
So I'm going to have 3 columns, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What was this called? What is this called that I just made? I know it was in that math lesson that you're supposed to watch on. What day was that? Monday?
Yeah, I kind of forgot it, but I think it was.
What's it called? Really?
Fast array.
It's a fast array. Fast array is just going to do your rows and your columns. I don't want a fast array today. I want a full array. So we're going to do a full array. Alright, so I want you to draw like a big arrow. Kind of like when we do our bar model. Saying that all of this that I just drew is equal to 10 groups of 3. Does that make sense? Right? We're good there? Your arrow, your array is equal to 10 groups of 3. Put your mask on. Alright, now I want you to circle one group of 3, preferably at the top or the bottom, not in the middle. Circle one group of 3. So I'm going to circle one group.
I erased your 10.
I noticed. One group of 3. And what I'm going to do now is put an X on it. Because I don't want it there anymore. I'm not going to erase it. But I don't want this one group of 3 anymore. So I basically did 10 groups of 3. And then I subtracted one group of 3. You're writing, I'm writing. I had 10 groups of 3. And now I'm taking away one group of 3. How many groups of 3 do I have now? I had 10 groups of 3. I subtracted one group of 3. And now I have how many, Brayden? Now I have 9 groups of 3. Okay, well, let's do some math with that. 10 groups of 3 is equal to what? What is 10 groups of 3 equal to? That's an easy one. It's our 10s. Let's count that real quick. Remember, I don't have to skip count by 3s because that commutative property tells me I can switch it to be 3 groups of 10, and I'll still get the same product. Liam, what is 10 times 3?
30.
30. What about one group of 3? Not a trick question. Bryce? 3. So if I had 10 groups of 3, which was 30, and I took away one group of 3, which was 3, then my 9 groups of 3 is going to be what, Brayden?
40.
27. Did you have to do any fancy skip counting to solve that? You could have, but we didn't. Did you have to skip count by 9s? Oh, that was awful. Did you have to skip count by 3s? No. We used what was already in our brain, 10s, to figure it out. Pretty cool, huh? I like it. I'm a fan because I like my 10s. Alright, moving on. We're going to try this. We're going to try it in partners. So I'll partner you up. Turn to the next blank page. You're going to do it in your notebook. And I want you to figure out what is 9 times 4. And to solve that, I want you to use your knowledge of 10 times 4. So you're going to do the exact same thing that I just did. Does this make sense? Yes? Okay. I saw a lot of arrays, and I love that. In the essence of time, I'm not going to draw an array, but I am going to draw that equation. So I had 10 times 4. What was 10 times 4? That's an easy one. That was an easy one, Miranda. It is not 26. Nope. Eliana? 40. That's one I can skip count. And I had to get to 9 times 4. That was what I was trying to figure out. To get from 10 groups of 4 to 9 groups of 4, I'm going to be subtracting one group of 4. Minus one group of 4. Well, what is one group of 4? What does that equal? What does that mean? Lucy? 4. So now I have 40 minus 4. Once I figure that out, I will know 9 times 4. A lot of y'all can't subtract very well. I highly recommend you count backwards. 40, 39, 38, 37, 36. 40 minus 4 is 36, which means our answer to 9 times 4 is 36. Ethan, do you have a question?
No, I was just waiting.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought we would be able to answer, like, what 9 times 4 was.
Yeah, we figured it out. Did you have to skip count by 9s? Could you?
Yeah.
If you're a good skip counter and you know how to skip count by 9s, go to town. I'm not, and I don't think many of you are yet. This is another good strategy. Alright, we're going to add our 9s to our multiplication chart. Let's go ahead and flip back to that multiplication chart so we can fill them in. We're going to fill in our 9. Which is not super easy to skip count. Remember, to find our 9s, you're going to put one finger on the 9, one finger on the factor on this side, and then where they meet, we'll do it. Oh, I don't even have my 1s all the way filled in. Or my 2s. Jeez. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I erased too much in between. That's right. Alright, so we have 9 times 0. That's already filled in. What is 9 times 0? Easton?
0.
0. 9 times 1. That's also already filled in. What's 9 times 1? I should see more hands than 2. Right? 9. 9 times 2. That's our doubles. Double it. 9 times 2. Lucy? 18. That's already filled in. We did our 2s. Now we're at 9 times 3. We have two options. We can either count on 9, or we can take our 30 and go back one group of 3. We're doing 3 groups of 9. 30, 29, 28, 27. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4, that should already be filled in. 9 times 4 should already be filled in. Friendly?
27.
Not 27. 9 times 4. 9 times 3 is 27. 9 times 4. What is 9 times 4? Put your finger on it. One finger on 9, one finger on 4, and then where they meet. Eliana?
36.
It's 36. If yours is not filled in, fill it in. 9 times 5. That one should already be filled in, and that's an easy one to skip count. What is 9 times 5 if you don't have it filled in? Brinley?
45.
45. 9 times 6. Ooh. Again, we have two options. We can either count on 9 or count backwards one group of 9, aka 6. Let's count on 9. We're at 45, right? 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. Seven times 9. Yikes. Yikes. 7 times 9. Do you want to count on or count backwards? Your choice. You tell me. Really?
Backwards.
Backwards. Alright, so we have 7 groups of 10 and we need 9 groups. No, 7 groups of, what do we have? 7 times 10 and we need to get to 7 times 9. So we're doing one less group of 7. 70 and going backwards 7 times. Ready? 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65, 64, 63. Let's count on 9 again. 63, do it with me. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. Alright, last one. Last count on by 9. 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 81. Woo, that took a lot of work. Is there anything else I can fill in on this multiplication chart? Is there anything else I can fill in on this multiplication chart? Ethan?
Go this way across
Why?
because it doesn't matter if the answer gets switched around because there's a rule called community property.
Yes!
That if the problem gets switched around, it would still be the same answer.
Yes. The commutative property, remember, says I can rearrange my factors, rearrange that order, and my answer doesn't change. My problem is going to look different, but my answer will not change. So I'm going to fill out my 9s going this way. We're going to try a word problem now. We know the steps to the word problem. They're also on the wall. First thing I need to do is what? It's kind of a duh. If I'm solving a word problem, the first thing I need to do is what, Lucy? I need to read it. The problem reads, Derek makes $9 for each lawn that he mows. Last month, he mowed 4 lawns. How much money did he make last month? I want you to read that problem again in your head and then start working on step number 2, which is writing your answer sentence. What am I counting in this problem? That last sentence with the question is a good starting point to figure out what it is that you are counting. What am I counting? Scarlett, what am I counting?
Money.
I'm counting money. Doll hairs.
That's what people.
Yeah. Counting the monies. So what could be my answer sentence? What could be my answer sentence? What do you think? Friendly, what do you think?
Derek made blank money last month.
Awesome. Derek made blank. Now typically we don't say money, but we'll say dollars, right? So I'm going to change it to dollars, but we know that dollars are money. Derek made blank dollars last month. If you have something similar, that's totally fine. If you don't have anything, then you are writing Derek made blank dollars last month on the inside.
That's what I told you.
Okay. It's in here. There you go. I'm making a model. Am I going to be drawing dollar bills? No, I'm not drawing dollar bills. Am I drawing little lawnmowers? No. What visual model could I do? Right up. What's the model I could do? Lucy? Could do circles and dots. Any other models that I know how to do? Eliana?
Array.
Could do an array. That's a model. Ethan?
Bar model.
Bar model. I'm a big fan of bar models, so that's what we're going to do. Go ahead and draw your bar. Draw our bar. And then we're going to make our big arms saying this whole bar. I'm going to label it W because that's the whole thing. Do I know the total amount of dollars? Does it tell me how many dollars he made total? Scarlett? No, I don't know the total number of dollars he made. So that is going to be question mark because I don't know. What is something that I know in this problem? I don't know the total number of dollars. That is true, I don't. But I know something. What's something that I know, Scarlett?
You asked that for how many lawns he makes, he gets $9 and he mowed 4 lawns.
So we know that every lawn he gets $9, and we know that he mowed 4 lawns. So I'm going to break my bar to show how many lawns he mowed. So I'm breaking my bar now into 4 parts. Go ahead and draw your bar broken into 4 parts. Because that's going to represent each lawn. Lawn number 1, lawn number 2, lawn number 3, and lawn number 4. Now Scarlett's also right in the fact that every lawn he did mow, he made $9. That means when he mowed this one, $9. Cha-ching! This one, $9. Cha-ching! Every box is going to get a 9 because that's how many dollars he earned. I have this model. What do I do with it? Say, wow, that's nice. It is nice. But that's not the end of my problem. What do I do after I've made a model? Get out of your desk. Miranda, what am I doing?
Making an equation.
Making an equation. What is a math equation that's going to match this picture? Think way back. Part, whole. Right? Could do 9 times 4. If we're thinking about this as part, we have 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. But we already know the shortcut. We don't have to write 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. We can do the shorter version, aka the multiplication version. 4 groups of 9 equals box. 4 groups of 9 equals box. What's up, Grace?
Also do 18 plus 18.
Nope, I cannot do 18 plus 18. Once I get this equation, I could. But 18 plus 18 is not this picture. This does not say 18 plus 18. This says 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9. Once you get to the equation, then you can start thinking about that. Easton, we got 4 times 9. Do you want to break apart the 4? Or do you want to use your 10s to solve your 9?
We could break apart 4.
I love that. What am I going to break apart 4 into? That's easy for me. Well, you know what's easy for me? 2's. So I'm going to break apart my 4 into 2 and 2. That means one part of it is 2 times 9. And then my other part is another 2 times 9. My 2's are so easy. Sit up. It's just my doubles. My 9 doubles. What is 2 times 9 then? Grace?
2 times 9 is
18. What's my other part? 2 times 9, aka 18. Now I have 18 plus 18. Brayden, if I am writing, you are writing. Do you have all this written down? Then quit playing games. What is 18 plus 18? Good old mental math there. Alright, I made my equation. I solved my equation. Am I done? Am I done? Maybe? I don't know. Really?
No, because you still have to put it in your answer set.
Oh, yeah, I still need to put in my answer sets. Derek made $36 last month. That makes sense, right? We only did 4 lawns. If I got the answer 300, would that make sense for this problem? No. If I got the answer 4, would that make sense for this problem? No. No, because 1 lawn, he already made more than $4. Does that make sense? Yeah? Good? Good to go?